Belfast was due for storms today, with things clearing up later in the week. With 36 hours to go to the election, the political forecast is much less clear. The relationship between Northern Ireland and the rest of the UK is one of the most fundamental issues in this election, not just in terms of the long-standing and quite fragile political divisions, but also in terms of the future of the Union itself. At the Greengrocers, they're battening down the hatches ahead of the storm. This is the constituency of North Belfast. Once a Democratic Unionist Party stronghold, it's now a close race with Sinn Féin. Differences in the view of the Union have solidified, as some nationalist-leaning voters suggest.
The Brexit leading to the end of the Union, honestly, I don't think would be the worst thing in the world. With what's happening with things in England now, I think that we really need to have a united Ireland and just get clear of it.
The weather breaks. Across Northern Ireland, electoral pacts have reinforced the Remain-Leave split. In this seat, the nationalist SDLP decided not to run in order to maximise the anti-Brexit vote, while the DUP is not facing a challenge from the Ulster Unionist Party. The Cross-Community Alliance Party, which opposes Brexit, is running. Fears about the longer-term implications of Brexit are not hard to find.
Brexit will affect our economic well-being, and this will disenfranchise a lot of people who would then see a better future with the Union, with the Republic, and vote for that.
Next door in the neighbourhood deli, we meet Claire Rice. She studies the relationship between Brexit and political identity, how Brexit has fuelled and accelerated the divides here. What of the talk by unionists of betrayal in response to Johnson's deal?
There's a sense within certain areas of the unionist community of fear around what this means for the future, and in imposing, be it a de facto or a real, any sort of a differentiation between Northern Ireland and the rest of the United Kingdom, it implicitly means that there's some way, shape or form a closer type of relationship with the Republic of Ireland then.
For the nationalist community, this could be a moment of opportunity.
I get the sense that the harder the Brexit that happens, the more serious consideration and debate there will be within the nationalist community around a border poll, the potential for a united Ireland.
Belfast is a place of contradictions, of peace and political paralysis, of division and progress. But here in the Cathedral Quarter, it's still Christmas. And some who believe in the Union see this election as a critical moment.
I think there's no two ways about it. I think that it will impact on the Union, and I think that's a big worry, and that's what's going to decide the way people vote on Thursday.
Others disagree.
No, I think it's going to be totally fine. I think it's all scaremongering.
Yeah, I agree with that completely. There always is, though.
One supporter of the Cross-Community Alliance Party is focused on issues closer to home.
I think people my age are interested in good jobs, in affordable housing, in good opportunities for their children. I think there's more people my age are less worried about the Union and more worried about those issues, to be perfectly honest with you.
Whatever storms lie ahead, there may be huge existential questions on the political horizon. But in the meantime, revellers can get on with the important business of celebrating Christmas.
Driving rain at the driving range. In an election that could define the future of the Union, here in East Renfrewshire, the issues of Scottish independence and Brexit can play with loyalties. Pro-Union David won't let a little rain put him off his swing. Unusually in Scotland, he voted to leave the EU. What's he thinking this election?
I think whether we're in or out the EU is one matter, but I think Scotland, in my opinion, would be better to stay part of the UK.
And the Conservatives are the ones saying, stick with us, we'll stick with the Union.
Yeah.
Does that mean you might vote Conservative?
I can't see myself voting for Conservative, I don't know. It's still something I'm still weighing up. I'm not a huge fan of the current Conservative Party, the way it is. So it is a difficult choice.
The Scottish Conservatives have pushed hard to make this a contest about independence, not Brexit. and that resonates with some voters.
Well, I certainly don't want independence in Scotland. I did vote to remain, but I mean, it looks like we're going to leave anyway, so I have already voted.
And how have you voted?
I voted Conservative.
I will vote Conservative because I think out of the bad lot, he's maybe just slightly better. No, not with any enthusiasm, I have to say.
You would put staying in the Union as more important to you than staying in the EU at this point?
Yes, I think United Kingdom should stay United Kingdom.
In 2017, the Conservatives rode a wave of pro-union sentiment to win this seat from the SNP, but anger at Brexit is muddying the waters. These women are all Labour voting Remainers who also opted to stay in the UK in 2014.
So if you had to rank staying in the EU, staying in the Union, which one would be top of your list?
I think staying in the EU.
That's more important to you than staying in the UK?
Yeah.
I would agree with that.
This is a seat which traditionally has mirrored what's happened nationally. It's a kind of bellwether seat. And I wondered what your predictions are for this time.
I really hope it doesn't stay Conservative. I would really prefer it went Labour, simply because of all the social issues.
I think it would change.
I think it would go SNP. I think so too.
And why do you say that? Why SNP this time?
Well, I don't know, because, I don't know, you listen to the young people, they're all for SNP, aren't they?
Yeah.
Really? I mean, my grandchildren.
We could have a hung parliament.
What do you think about that?
I think it'd actually probably be good.
Wake up, good morning.
But the picture may not be that simple, as we found when we called in at the end of a parent and toddler group. Some who favour independence told us they're now floating voters.
I want Scotland to be independent, but I think that that independence should also be from the EU. I've never voted Conservative before because I've always thought that they were an elitist party and they all were always interested in people with money. I don't have any money. I have in the past voted SNP and Labour, but at the moment I'm still undecided as to what I'm going to do, because at the end of the day the SNP can still campaign for us to have another referendum for an independent Scotland, but I don't think we'll get a Brexit chance again.
Like the relentless rain, the voters we ran into today aren't fully representative of this constituency, but the choices in East Renfrewshire are important ones and could help determine the future of the Union.